Welcome to 2 on the 10.
Oh, we back 2 on the 10, baby.
All right.
I'm Paul.
I'm Mitch.
Greedy Nick.
Greedy. All right. Hey, you know what time it is? How was your weekend?
Mine was cool.
Yeah?
Was cool. Yeah, it was not bad.
Okay, Greedy.
I'm tired.
Oh, it's one of them. Look at it. Both of y'all look tired. It must have been one of them things.
And you know, remember that Tupac line, people looking like Larry Holmes, flabby and sick? I kind of can relate to that line right now, man.
Fun. Well, it sounds like y'all were, more eventful than mine. So let me just get mine out the way, So anyway, mine was, it was pretty chill. Stayed at the crib, pretty much. Had people don't know, I'm real versed in, the hip hop, R&B, but I also like EDM. So it was a big 2-day festival out here. And I went there on Saturday, got to see Dumb Dollar. It was dope. Had a good time.
Say you saw Ben Bala?
No, Dumb Dollar.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is, but
Yeah.
yeah, I take your word for it.
Yeah, definitely. It was the music was great. Had some mind altering substances that were flowing through the veins. So that was
Like
also great.
Tylenol.
Yeah.
Motrin,
leave. All them good stuff. So
we don't be sleeping on that.
So no, but it was good, and then chill, come watch some Sunday football. So it was.
Who'd you go with?
Huh?
Who'd you go with?
Say who?
Huh?
Oh, I might have somebody in my life now. My love life changing around. Cheers to that, baby. Yeah. No, I do have a special someone in my life.
2 on the 10 exclusive. Drop the
Hold
ball.
on.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Stay tuned to my social media. I'm very private about my stuff, but
All the other girls listen to podcasts that are like this right now.
Say my name.
But y'all are wild, bro. Y'all are wild. But no, I'll make a big splash on social media. Not right now. Right now, you know what I'm saying. Private till it's permanent. That's how I float. So,
Okay.
but no, this one, I have to say, I think this one's the one. Though.
Hey, let me ask you this: what's your favorite kind of cheese?
Cheddar,
Oh,
maybe American.
never mind.
Ooh, see, don't let them catch me out. I bought the bottle of beer.
10:45, motherfucker.
That's how it is. But no, that's me in a nutshell. I'll get it. I'll touch on it a little bit later on in the show. But yeah, man, things are going good. I'm happy right now.
So hold on. One day we can go on a triple date.
I bought the bottle. Nah, we will. I got like I told you guys. Last couple shows. I this running the streets. That's not for me, man. I'm a relationship type dude. That's what I am. I've been working on this for a while. I told you I want to have a baby within the next 3 years. But I first got to get married before that. So
And got to get it done fixed.
well, they got procedures where you can go up and you can pull out one ball, another ball, and get turkey based.
Turkey based alone.
Turkey based.
I want to 10 exclusive.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to the turkey basters.
So but
What doctor you? I'm a turkey based.
It is Thanksgiving coming up, so
hell yeah. So I got fit right in. But nah, man, like I said, right now life is going really good, man. I'm excited about it. Things turning around, looking good. I was kind of down and out for a little bit, but nah,
But now you back.
I'm back, baby. I'm
back, baby.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
back.
They can't keep the man down. So yeah. But no, I had a great weekend, man. Great weekend. How about you, Mitch?
Hey, you know what? I know this is gonna sound shocking. We had a little staycation.
Oh my God! Hey, hold on. Give it up for the staycation. Yes.
And then this time, me and Chris, we like it's crazy because there's a spot we were at, and the manager of the hotel knows us. So he's like, "Man, I'll hook you up." Blah 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 blah. Always gives me like suites instead of regular rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the funny part: we get hooked up with a jacuzzi in the suite.
Okay.
A jacuzzi in the suite. And I can honestly, because we keep it real on the show.
Right.
I can honestly say We went first thing Saturday, got the bubbles, everything else.
Got it ready.
Yeah, stayed Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and did not use it.
Did I?
Wait,
Oh,
Mitch,
hold on.
wait. How many days is your weekend?
Does it end in Y?
Vacation Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Hey, yeah, that's a great question.
Hey,
Is the staycation continuing tonight? Is it going to just roll into the next week?
ain't no rollover plan.
And I don't roll.
It's not a 401k, motherfucker. Actually, I don't have a 401k because I do staycations all the time. But,
Oh my God.
But no, so and I gotta, it's like so funny because it's like,
But that's the romantic shit, you know. You gotta get in the.
oh no, and don't get me wrong, no, there's romance, but in the same token, it's like we are doing too much.
Okay.
Too much.
Okay.
It's like we got a good social calendar.
Okay.
So it's like
Y'all busy every week.
yeah, like Saturday at 3. Oh, we can go visit a friend at the bar across the street that's working there.
Right.
Like one of her friends,
Right.
Went to, Roosters for a second, country bar.
Okay.
And, one of the girls she knows is over there, 2 of them over there. So we go have a couple drinks.
Mhm.
Oh, we got to hurry up because now there's a Halloween party at the Moose and whatever. And it's going to happen, And then you got the D-backs game. Oh, we got to watch the D-backs game before the Halloween party. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's, first day.
Mhm.
And it's Sunday, missed church this week. Was kind of, beat down from.
I understand. You understand.
And then it's like, okay, oh, football, and then got to, and then it's just crazy, and it's like this, and then it was work, work, D-backs game Monday, work, D-backs game Tuesday, and we're talking when we talk about get up for work 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And so now it's Wednesday. We'll talk later. Went to the D-backs game, and I'll cover that later.
Right.
And it's like then all of a sudden it's checkout time Thursday morning.
Hey.
And after the D-backs game, we were like, okay, cool, we're gonna do. And all of a sudden, Lambert set there in town. They're in Scottsdale. They want to meet up.
Oh yeah. We
So
definitely got to hit that story. I got crazy.
It was a crazy week, and I'm keeping it 1,000. We had the free complimentary jacuzzi and did not use it this week. But I mean, don't get me wrong. Doesn't mean we have.
Hey,
have a good time.
but did y'all make some bubbles? Or did she call you Bubbles?
And I'm Michael Jackson's monkey. But
Come here, Bubbles.
wasn't that the name of Michael Jackson's monkey? Bubbles.
Bubbles? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
See?
Sure.
But no, and then a couple of food spots though too.
I thought it was Macaulay Culkin.
Oh
No?
Too soon.
No, so I thought it was Webster.
Oh,
But yeah, we did find what's it called? I took her to this Greek spot, even though like I said, Charcoal Grill is the spot in Arizona. Period.
Okay.
That's on the west side by her place. I took her to one of the spots.
Hold on, Charcoal Grill, is it the barbecue?
No, that's the
Greek.
The Greek.
Oh, the Greek spot. Okay, it's better than my spot in Tempe.
Yes, it smacks in the head with a 2x4 like Jim Duggan. Yep.
You lying?
By far.
Okay. All right, I'm going. I got to go all the way out to the west
59
side.
Thunderbird. I promise you.
Okay.
Everybody that's ever went goes. It's amazing. Best Mediterranean Greek food. So anyway, but this one holds up, good second or third on the over on Greenfield and like McKellips Cafe Mix. Nick, remember?
Yeah,
you been there?
Cafe Mix,
yeah,
good.
that's good. So we went and checked that out. That was cool. And then just the other day, I brought it back. I don't know if you guys remember them sandwich shops if you're in the Bay Area, Northern California, Togo's or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to work in one in college. Shout out to Togo's and Fair Oaks back in the day. You probably got a free sandwich from me sometime. We went up there. But so I took her to Togo's, and man, they get down they're the best, in my opinion, sandwich chain.
There you go.
But they only have one in Arizona. So
we got statutes of limitation on that.
yeah, we got statutes of liberty, limitation, hesitation.
Has legal check that out. Make sure we.
Yeah, we got them on it. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. It's over 7. It's over 7.
I just remember one of our boys, I'm not going to mention any names, working at Subway.
Subway, bro.
Shut up, Ken.
Hey,
And the secret was that they only counted the bread. So we go to Fry's and get the Italian loaf, the big thing that they serve you for like 99 cents, the big Italian bread. Bring it in and he just sliced that bitch open, load it.
No.
We like 2 days off that thing.
Real talk. Their food costs went up 21%. I remember that. I was in there eating because I was on my own at the time. I lived with my girlfriend at the time, and
No, you were on your own. You were supported by Subway.
we were right across the street. I just walk over there again at night. I'm like, "Hey, come over here and get some food, bro." Every dinner, probably at least 3-4 nights a week, was at Subway. It was crazy, man. Shout out to Ken Simonis. I'm telling, baby, don't commit no crime with me.
On the ball. 2 jacks.
I love you, brother. I love you. I'm telling all the stories.
I got to go, guys. I got to get out before.
Hey, Nick. Okay. let's be real. Nick is the one that has all the videos. Like
Hold on, are they legal videos?
Wow.
No. These ain't OnlyFans videos. These are like he's the one that got the blackmail videos. If Nick, if you got to put in your will, if you ever die, that shit's got to be
Someone's gonna burn my phone and my computer down.
exactly because Nick's got some blackmailing photos throughout all these years. I ain't gonna say no names.
What are you looking at me for?
I ain't gonna say.
Lost someone tonight.
I ain't gonna say.
Hey, Paul, what's your favorite cheese?
Hey, I'm not gonna say no names, but Nick definitely got some incriminating photos, videos, and stuff like that. So, Nick, make sure you keep that stuff in the vault, or at least I'm in your will so I get that shit.
This
So I get that shit.
episode brought to you by the feds. They're listening.
Safe crackers. We can crack any safe.
Oh man, that's just crazy though. Crazy. But no, did it end well though? Your weekend?
Yeah, no. It definitely did. I mean, I'll
That
just
shit's crying.
I'll
Cried up on the shit.
just say this. I'll just jump to one subject. We actually, this was the most amazing one, and this is why we were trying to just time and pace everything.
Right.
Was because my girl's mom, Letty, shout out to Letty. She actually hit when the D-backs went to the World Series. She actually talks to Chris and goes, "Hey, I'm getting tickets. I'm going to the game. I don't care if you go or whatever." She's like, "I'm going. I want to go." And tickets are crazy, man. They were crazy.
Bro, they was okay. So for the divisional game, I mean, I was paying $400 a ticket. You know what I'm saying? So I had to plug, and it was $800 a ticket. So I mean, I heard some people paying $1,200 for one ticket.
So I'll just say this, okay? So when Chris called me and goes, "Hey, my mom wanted me to ask if you wanted to go to the game 5.
Right.
She's gonna get tickets for me, you, and her." Like,
wow.
What? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. That blew my mind.
There you go.
We've done a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure.
We've sat courtsides. We've done everything. I mean, so many experiences. But this one was even deeper on so many levels because it's like
the meaning behind it.
that had so much, and it had double meaning too because you know how we went to Game 7, 2001.
Right.
Her and her mom and her dad, rest in peace,
was at the game
7.
Yeah, I remember Chris telling me that.
Yeah. So I mean, that's in everybody's heart. Like that game, that was like one of the best sporting events I've ever been to, one of the best experiences I've ever had. And so now all of a sudden, it's the 25th year anniversary. The D-backs had no shot. They go
right,
and her mom of all people wants to go,
right,
and thinks so much to invite me and include me in this special. And so of course I was like, I'm all in.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was even crazier, I was like, man, let me at least, try and pay for half it. She was like, no, this is on me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like it was just such a special moment. And then to see somebody like that just be so happy and good, like it was like just having just the best time and enjoying themselves. And her and the mother-daughter, like them too, and be part of that was very special.
Gotcha.
I'll remember that game for the rest of my life, just like I remember us being at, 2001. So yeah, I'll just say that much. And then seeing everybody at the game too. We walked in the game, people like, "What's up, Mitch? What's up?" Oh, we stopped talking real quick. See my boy Tony, the head bartender down there. Obviously shout out again. He was on the show the other day. Doug Hopkins. He was in his suite. We even popped through to his suite. Him, KK, and all them. We talked to them. Seen a bunch of people.
And it was exhausting. I know it was exhausting for Arizona fans. Yeah. I mean, you had the World Series going on here. You had the Suns game the same night. You had the Coyotes game the same night. Yep. It was a lot of sporting events that going on. And the crazy thing, the Suns and in the D-backs arena. I mean, they were in walking distance. Mm-hmm. So. I even know a couple folks that actually went to the game at the World Series and then walked over and watched the Suns game, because they were playing the Spurs. But like I said, it was a great time. I loved it. It was a great time to see for Arizona sports, stuff like that.
Agreed.
Like I said, I wish the outcome was different, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about sports.
Yeah, but like I said, it was a great time. I love our Arizona teams, what we're doing right now. So. But before we get all that, Grady, how was your weekend, brother?
Sounds good.
That sounds good to me. I mean, when you go to,
you went to Siland.
So I was in Nashville last week. Okay. I don't know if anybody has ever been to Nashville.
Tennessee.
Been down to Broadway. I was 3 days, 2 nights there, and I came back and did a lot of sleeping this weekend. And a lot of recovering, and then I was right back on the road again the last couple of days out in Denver.
Okay, Willie Nelson.
Flew back in just for this podcast.
There you go.
Man,
I'm telling you, if you guys don't remember, I told you guys earlier on the podcast, Nick is a big deal. So just so y'all know.
I'm something, but yeah, it was just a long, like 3 or 4 weeks, just a lot of traveling, multiple flights flying all over and just worn out. Like I said, I came home the past weekend and just was tired, didn't feel great. Just slept pretty much all day Saturday and most of the day Sunday, and then basically, finished up some stuff on Monday at work, and then flew out on Tuesday back to the road. So I'm happy to be back. I don't have any trips planned for the rest of the year, other than I might hit Vegas in December for the UFC fights.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Brandon Royval went to high school with my girl, so she wants to go catch the fight because he's fighting for the title. So we saw he fought here last year, I think it was, or 2 years ago, on one of the cards here, and won that fight. And now he's fighting in Vegas for the title. So
Okay.
she wants to go. I looked at ticket prices. I said maybe we'll just go to the casino and watch it from there. 'Cause not that I don't mind spending the money, but I just it's just ridiculous how much it would be to go see.
No, I said,
ridiculous.
I mean, these ticket prices was crazy, but I tell everybody. So sometimes when I take these lavish vacations and see, we pay for experiences. You know what I'm saying? You were talking about this earlier. With your girl and her mom. Those are something that you'll have for a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Like Game 7.
Like
back
see
then,
now. Or dementia.
Till you can't remember that shit. You can't remember that. But no, I mean that's what you're paying for. You're paying for experiences.
Yeah.
That's why I don't pay for materialistic things anymore.
Yeah.
Even though I will get a Lambo one of these days. That's just going to happen. But I mainly just I like being able to say, hey, I did this, I did this, I did that, because that's something that you can't take away from me.
No, agree.
You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
I'd say this to a person. Everybody sitting at this table has lived the experience meter like a rock star, like a celebrity, like a superstar. And I'm not tooting anybody's horns. I just think we're very blessed to have been put in positions to where we've experienced things that
Yeah, the one thing though, Paul, I will say is, I mean, yeah, it would be an experience to go to the fights. I've been to fights before though, but
Have you
there's a
been to a fight?
lot of other stuff I could do with that 6 Gs. I could go to Hawaii for a week and
I mean, and that's
or spend one night at a fight for $6,000. I'm like,
You know how many staycations I could have?
Mitch could staycation too next year.
I get it. I get it. I get it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you got to decide what those
But
experiences.
not to say that,
not to diminish it. What
oh,
that
but
is.
I might. There's still a chance. I'm still weighing all the options.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I worked tickets for a number of years, so I'm keeping an eye out because I know how prices fluctuate, and hopefully, if I can pick something off and get to go to the fight, that'd be awesome, and that'll be my plan. But that's the only really trip I have going on through the rest of the year. I'm gonna be happy to be home and get caught up and get some hiking in now that the weather's better.
There you go.
Get back to the gym.
No, I got to get in with you, man, because
I will say this,
beautiful.
man, with all the traveling and just eating bad and drinking every night, I feel so just like
Beat down?
bloated and gross. I need to get back to the gym. So
Play some pickleball, baby. I'm in on.
you see me out there, if you see me out there, yell at me, tell me I need to get my ass to the gym. I look fat because I feel it. I just feel worn out, and I need to get back to the gym.
You heard it from Greedy firsthand. If you see him out there, tell him to get his fat ass in the fucking gym. That's basically what he's.
Please,
Move it, Pudge Boy.
I need that motivation right now.
But you said if we died tomorrow, we'd have great. I mean, like you said, I think I've lived 100 lives in this. My
Agree.
Hey, I would put our 3 lives up against pretty much anybody.
Yeah.
On a budget too. It's not like we're like just crazy. Like we're not one of these. We're not like a Elon Musk money or something.
Right.
We just we people money, but we come into experiences that even those types of people couldn't pay for if they wanted to.
No, for sure. And kind of leading into our episode, talking about life and death and stuff like that. We just had Matthew Perry, pass on us. Bob Knight, Bull from Night Court.
Night Court.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
And then a couple weeks ago, what's her name? Suzanne Summers.
Suzanne Summers. So, like we've talked about this on past shows of, appreciating what we have right now, living in the moment, stuff like that.
Exactly.
I'm a planner, so I plan ahead. But my mom always tells me, tomorrow's never promised. She is so right. And Matthew Perry was only 54 years old. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he battled drug addiction through friends and filming and friends and stuff like that. But again, only 54 years old. Mitch. I mean, you lived longer than
Hey,
I was just,
the only
I call him Father Time.
The only difference between Mitch and Matthew Perry, Mitch hasn't taken the jab.
Wow.
No, I'm
Just
just
saying.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He's only a couple years older than Matthew. No, I'm fucking around. But anyway, man, that's what I'm saying. It kind of puts life in perspective. I mean, Matthew Perry, like I say, he's battled, through drug addiction. Was found, dead in his jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi, yeah.
2 hours later, his assistant was talking to him. So, I mean, there's some speculation around his death. I don't want to drag this man, but I have my theories on what possibly could have happened. I don't know, maybe he was doing a little white girl in the jacuzzi. Now I'm not talking about a female, and he didn't realize had maybe gone into cardiac arrest and drowned in the jacuzzi. I mean, I just don't see you up and now. You did tell me that he had some kind of some weight issues and stuff like that, but I just don't see a 55-year-old man just all you gotta do is stand your ass up in the jacuzzi. I got a big ass jacuzzi, but you know,
I don't know. You ever see Hall Pass?
I mean, I've been in my jacuzzi fucked up. I get it. You start drinking or whatever.
In high school, I passed out in the jacuzzi before.
Really?
Yeah, I passed
You
out.
better stop.
No, I did.
Really?
Yeah.
You got so overheated. You've
Yeah.
been drinking it.
Yeah, I just was. Yeah, I remember listening to Aerosmith album. Next thing everybody's in the jacuzzi. Next thing I'm not. I'm kind of passed out. The next thing they push me and roll me over to the side. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I passed out in the jacuzzi.
So I mean, I know it raises raises your body temperature, stuff like that. I've definitely felt a little bit more inebriated when I've been in the jacuzzi. Definitely when I've been drinking and stuff like that. And I mean, we won't know anything till the toxicology report comes back and stuff like that. And like I said, I don't mean to be speculating, but like I said, he has had a history of drug abuse. So I'm just putting two and two together. I mean, you go
You're putting 2 on the 10 is what you're doing.
I mean, yeah, with the 2 on the 10. There you go. I mean, that's essentially, I mean, that's just my theory on this stuff like that. So it may have been induced, but like again,
But either way,
it wasn't promised. You know what I'm saying? The next day wasn't promised to him.
talented person loses their life. There a lot of people appreciated their talents and their personality and everything else.
I mean, the show Friends is like one of the top shows of all time.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely the
people
90s.
even today still like the young generation today still watching it on
vintage
like
retro.
they're watching it on the streaming services and stuff and they're big into it and
Whoa.
it's just crazy to think Chandler Bing is
It was a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah,
It's funny. I
favorite
didn't get that. When I was like super cool in the '90s, or at least allegedly, whatever. I sat there. I'm like, man, who watches this corny ass show? Blah blah blah. Look at these dudes. Well, what we're probably hating on that show a little bit because first of all, I was never home on a Thursday night.
Right.
Like Thursday night,
He was out. Yeah.
I was at the barbershop.
Right.
I was at the club.
Right.
And that's just the truth. People that know me know all the way through the '90s.
No, I just couldn't get in those corny shows. It was that.
I'll be honest, I could get into it now, but I couldn't get into it.
So it's kind of like Seinfeld for me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't watch Seinfeld anymore, but this shit is funny as hell to me now.
So now, yeah, exactly.
Seinfeld, man. I grew up with that. I don't think there's a day goes by that I don't quote a Seinfeld quote sometime in my day.
No,
And people don't even know what I'm talking about half the time because
Do they ever?
especially when I work with some younger people and you bring shit up and they're like look at you like what are you talking about? I'm like just a great Seinfeld quote.
Yeah, well, I know Kramer kind of made that show for me. That dude was funny as hell. But
It's
like I
funny
said,
that you pick Kramer and he's the racist.
I mean, is Kramer the racist?
Well,
Yeah,
he
he's
made
the one that
one
went-
joke. I mean,
No,
Oh, you talking about? I mean, in real life, but
Yeah.
not on the show. I was
No,
like,
not on
I ain't
the
never
show.
had. Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah, I mean, but real life, but on the show, this motherfucker is
Yeah, he's
hella
the-
funny, bro. He makes the show that was
does.
just crazy as
He
shit.
does.
Yeah.
but hey, real quick on Friends again too. So I mean, since everybody, who's your favorite Friends cast or character?
It's got to be Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
definitely.
oh, she was so. I remember when she was on. Yeah, she was so bad back then.
Yeah.
She was like
She's
girl
still
next
bad.
door,
Yeah.
super bad. No, agree.
Next door, super.
What is she? But like she in her 50s, right? She got to be right.
Probably, yeah. I think
She around your age, right?
she's-
Well, 50, 60.
I think that's crazy about her. Is like when she did what was that? Horrible.
Valentino, we'll talk about that now.
She did Horrible Bosses and Horrible Bosses 2 and played like just like a dirty, like
Yeah. No, she back. I mean, I'm making fun of it, but that woman is bad as hell. Her and Jennifer Lopez.
they go to the same doctor, I bet.
I'll tell you this though.
Get them.
One of the movies, and I know we're jumping around. One of the movies. Remember when she was in that movie with Vince Vaughn? They had the hotel
breakup?
The breakup. Yeah. And I just remember one of the funniest lines. He's all, and your sister. He goes, my sister's been through a lot of dick. That's one of the best lines ever.
He's stupid.
But no. Back to Friends though. Like, yeah, so okay, we agree. Jennifer Aniston was my favorite Friends character.
Yeah, right.
It's funny. But they had, that cast. Even the song. What's that? Was it the Rembrandts or whatever that started the song? I'll be there for you. They and so I can't remember the story, but somebody else had a shot to make the theme song and turned it down, and then the Rembrandts took it. That song's probably made their whole career.
Right, exactly. Now the girl that I'm dating right now, she absolutely loves Friends, and she's been trying to get me into it. It's just something I can't do. Like, I don't know, that shit. Like I said, even today, that show is so corny to me. Just one of them things where it was, 90s pop culture that I just never could get into.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Was she even born in the 90s?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
she was. I had to think about it. I'm like, yes, she was.
just making sure.
Yes, she was born in the 90s. Yep.
Okay, shout out to Friends. I have to admit,
buddy.
Watching now on the reruns, especially
Going older.
at my staycations. You know what I mean? Like the TV's on 4 a.m, 5 a.m.
Like Nick at Night or
on
what?
something. I don't know. I just know I'd be changing the bullshit channels because have you ever noticed, like, if you just leave the TV running, 3 a.m, it's always some fucked up, scary ass movie or like some possession movie. It's like they always throw that shit at 3 a.m.
Or an infomercial. They're trying to sell you like a mop or something.
Yeah.
They do. Hey, I remember.
What about?
Did you say WAP or MOP?
Bob,
Hey, when I was in college, like 3 a.m, we're up one night, we'd been drinking. I'm like, oh, there's a mop. I'm like, that thing looks amazing. I bought one of them. It was like $26.
how many people brought shit in the middle of the night? You fucking they lived on people who had insomnia.
Shit, I don't know how many girls go on wild tapes. I used to buy girls.
Go wild! Oh my god, that shit was crazy. That dude made a hell of. That was OnlyFans before OnlyFans.
Before you needed only permission, I guess. Wow.
Did he get in trouble though?
Yeah,
He went to jail or something.
Really? What did you go to jail for? We had to look
I
that
think
up.
it's probably the same thing that Ron Jeremy went to jail for.
Taking girls, but
So yeah, no, rest in peace though to Matthew Perry.
yeah, definitely.
And Bob Knight too, by the way. Bob Knight, I mean, he's a controversial figure. I knew him just, like growing up watching college basketball. I was big into college basketball, and just, he was like that brass, like crazy,
choking motherfucker.
semi-racist.
Yeah, semi-racist. Yeah.
But he was just like a larger than life character. He was like the end of that era of like where
you could touch people and it wouldn't be assault.
before like things went kind of softer and the mob mentality would if
he would
did anything like that he would
last
lasted 5 minutes
5 minutes in this kind of
society. So
yeah. I mean, this current society, he would have got canceled quick. You know what I'm saying? But see, again, we've talked on this before. I think that's what made us, and that's what made today. You know what I'm saying? It's like we grew up. It was just what it was. You know what I'm saying? But it made us tough. You know what I'm saying?
but back then you had to worry about catching an ass whooping. Now it doesn't seem like people care about that, and especially because they just jump on Twitter or wherever and just talk whatever they want to say because there's no repercussion because the person they're talking shit to is 500 miles or 1,000 miles away. But back when we were growing up, we didn't have that. So you talked or you catch an ass whooping real quick.
Bring it to your front.
Yeah, bring it to your door and knock on it.
Yeah, for real. You talk back to your mama, you got that backhand up in them lips.
Oh, definitely.
Hey, you should fucking quit.
Wasn't no CPS back then.
It was straight up. But, man, let's switch gears. Let's talk about, man. Unfortunately, I thought we were going to come on the show.
Pause.
Ooh, I thought we were going to come on the show
Pause.
and talk about how we're going into Game 6 and Game 7. Unfortunately, the D-backs kind of shit the bed a little bit. Granted, they're a young team, but
Should have even been there and went above and beyond.
yes, I mean,
at the right time.
here's the thing. Okay, so I just thought all the stars, moon, quasar tried to line because it was so many similarities to 2001.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was 25th year anniversary for them even being in existence. You know, George Bush threw out the first pitch, you know, game one. It was just Arizona Wildcats, you know, they would have played game seven the same time that the D-backs were playing. It happened in 2001 again. It was just everything was just looking like it was destined to be. And game one was no difference. It was set up. I mean, we were up 5-2 going into 5-3 going into the ninth. And we got Seawall, who's been great all year, coming in to close the show. And bro, he gives up a 2-run homer to Seager. Why not walk the cat? This dude's been murdering you. I mean, just been murdering the whole playoffs. He's been money. He's money.
Speaking of the whole playoffs, look at the Rangers. Shout out to the Rangers because here's the funny thing: going into the series, they were 8-0 on the road.
Oh yeah,
They were undefeated on the road. Yeah, they didn't lose. They didn't lose a Rose game. That's the biggest sign of a champion.
yeah,
You don't lose on the road.
yeah. I mean, they. Here's the thing. I take my hat off the Rangers. They got it done when it was time for them to get it done.
Yep.
They got it done. I mean, the guys stepped up. What did it? Our guys did. They. I don't know if the moment was too big for them, or they're just a young team. I was telling people on Facebook. I really hope the Diamondbacks will do what they normally do: is they go and start trading away these young pieces. I really hope they build around because they have a good squad. Go bolster the bullpen. I would go get a couple more. Well, one more outfielder because I believe the left, junior. He's not really.
They need some more power. They need a little more power too.
Yeah, he doesn't have he doesn't have a good strong arm out there. Thomas is a good player. Coral, you already paid that money to. You know what I'm saying? And next year, Longoria, he's gone. Exactly. He's off the payroll, something like that. But they have some good. They have. I mean, Zach's coming. And let's talk about Zach in Game 5. This dude has a no going in the seventh.
Sixth, seventh inning.
Yeah, it's going in the seventh inning. It was insane,
Yeah.
bro. They would not get.
He was dealing. He was dealing.
He was dealing. I mean, we left 11 men on base, 9 men in scoring position, and we can't get it done. We can't win that way. That's what I'm trying to say.
Here's the thing: the D-backs, couldn't just. I mean, finish the job as far as pushing people through. They made the mistakes at the wrong time, and then on top of that, they got no breaks.
Right.
I mean, calls from the umps to just the way the ball would bounce hits off a pitcher, right into his glove.
Oh my god!
I don't know how many times in the outfield it was a line shot, and somebody slides, catches it, never misses it.
Yeah.
And again, stranded too many runners. And again, you need those breaks sometimes, and unfortunately, the D-backs didn't get them.
Yeah, because I mean, in Game 5, how many times did that pitcher get into a jam with no outs?
Yeah.
And then he gets no runs. I mean, he was able to deal his way out of it. I mean, hey, hats off to him. You know what I'm saying? I got to give it to him.
It sucks to
play the game.
It sucks to have been there and seen him and seen the celebration. So I can say that.
Yeah. Let's speak on that a little bit. You were at Game 5.
Yeah.
First of all, tell me how the atmosphere was.
I mean, first of all, the atmosphere was really, really exciting. Everybody started showing up. In fact, I met not only me, Chris, her mom. We got there about 2:33, but the traffic to get there was ridiculous already.
Right.
At 2:33, people started. It was really jamming up. So everybody hit downtown. We went to my boy's spot, the Ainsworth, across the street.
Okay.
Shout out to Scotty if you guys need a good spot. Suns games or whatever. It's definitely check out the Ainsworth. It's like a club environment. Before the game. And then, it was cool because Lambert and Sethi were, there. Lambert flew into town for the game.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Met him at the table, a few other people. And then, and so, you start getting in the game about, 4:45-ish, whatever. Line to get in. Man, one thing that was crazy is there was a team shot line. There was 100 people in line at the team shot right before the game.
Right.
I mean, and, so they were just, raking. And then, by the way, I bought 2 waters. It was $15 for 2 50-cent Dasani waters. And then I bought 2 tall cans. Of 22s or whatever. Oh, that'll be $36, sir. It's like wow.
There was more. I mean, they was getting their money. But here's the thing: is, and I felt like everybody else. I felt we were going to win Game 5. I really did. I really felt that we would win Game 5. Like I said, everything had a line. I thought we'd go down 3-2, going back there.
Have a shot like
yeah, exactly like the Phillies. It was just it was brewing like that. I was like, even in Game 4 where they went up 10-0 on it, we battled back and made it respectable 11-7. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I was like, okay, they
That fight.
they had that fight in them. And I said, okay, they're gonna come out and
And the thing about that 11-7 game, though, I feel like the bats, they woke up or they were
waking
good
up.
when it didn't matter.
gotcha.
When the game was out of hand already, and then they could hit and drive in some runs. But
So you're saying when the pressure was off?
when the pressure was on, the games were close.
Right.
I mean, you look at Christian Walker. I think I saw he batted like 167.
He also missed the steal. Wasn't he the one that
Yeah. So
Ran through it.
game 3, and that's what I'm
ran
saying.
through their chance to win the game?
Yes, and so it was. It was crazy because momentum is so huge in baseball. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it was so deflating. It was so frustrating when they would get runners in scoring position and not score, and it was just taking. You could feel the energy coming out, even from the TV. You could feel the energy coming out of the stadium, all that stuff. And then Game 3, he hits a double, gets everybody started, and then you get another hit. And instead of stopping at third, you can
Runs through it. Yeah.
he runs through the stop sign,
Kills the momentum in the
kills the momentum in the inning.
Gets out of the plate. Yeah.
But I think, especially in baseball, you see it when the lights are, and then I guess you see it in basketball sometimes too. I mean, there's some knocks on some players, but it's like when the lights are the biggest stage and the lights are on them. Some players step up and they like a Corey Seager or a Garcia for
Right.
Texas, where they just play out of their mind and they take it to that next level. And then there's those guys that are really good that kind of like shrivel up and not that they have a bad, not that they have a horrible series, but they just don't do anything to help the team win.
Right.
And it's just like it's almost like the haves and the have-nots. Like you got some players that are just like your let's say Derek Jeters and your Corey Seager's. This is what his second MVP.
Yep.
For a World Series MVP.
Yeah, he did it. He did in the National League and he did it in the American League. I mean, it's just crazy. And then Garcia, who I think is the best player on the team, was hurt for the rest of the series. He pulled his oblique. Matt Scherzer wasn't going.
Yeah,
he wasn't going to go Game 7. You know what I'm saying? It was just like I said. It was just so many things that
Bad breaks.
that was
They
looking.
couldn't capitalize on bad.
Yes, I mean, you look at what was it game? I think it was Game 3 when Moreno got called out. It would have put the tying run coming up with him on first base, and the umpire called. It was all the way out on the chalk. It was crazy.
Yeah, there was some bad officiating, I will say.
Agreed.
The strike zone. Oh my
Zones were
god.
different for both teams.
I'll tell you what, there's always bad officiating right now, especially in the days of sports books. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I get it. Here's my thing. We talked about AI on the show earlier. Would it be different if AI was behind there calling balls and strikes?
I guess, it would be different for sure.
Would we have a more fair game?
I think so, but baseball's, the strike zone's never been cut and dry. And if a guy's dealing, you want to give him to, be able to nibble off that strike zone. And if you just have a definitive strike zone and this is just what it is, then it kind of takes that out of the game. And I think that's what the purists, they don't want to take that out of the game. The ability to, if a pitcher's dealing and he's hitting that edge and nibbling just, close, but it might be a little bit outside. And then all of a sudden, it's just, oh, well, the computer said that wasn't a strike, so it's not a strike. It's like what the guy's dealing and he's throwing pitches. Sometimes you got to give him.
But here, they're already changing the game. We got the pitch clock, right?
Oh yeah.
So we got the DH in the NL and the AL. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So it's like
6 trips to the mound.
Yeah, 6 trips to the mound. You can only throw over.
Those are all things for speed.
Yeah, it's to speed up the game. But shit, we're already changing the game. So why not keep continue? Why not be consistent? Because here's the thing: you can't. It sucks when maybe you call a ball for one team and then for another team you call a strike. You know what I'm saying? So at least you would have consistency, and if it's within this box, it's going to be called a ball and a strike.
I think that'll change in the future, but right now the majority of like the diehard baseball fans are older. they grew up with it and they're more traditionalist. Where as you get the younger generation comes up and they start becoming fans and baseball still I mean they still have fans, but people like a lot of other sports. They like basketball, they like football, hockey, even lacrosse. All these other sports now that soccer that people are into.
Lacrosse.
Yeah, I mean lacrosse is actually super popular in high school and college kids. They love lacrosse, so maybe not so much out here, but East Coast lacrosse is huge out there. But you talk about, I think as baseball starts to bring more of the younger crowd back in and they build that fan base, those are the people that are going to be more open to the change. It's the old guard that's currently, the managers and the owners and the longtime fans. Those are the ones that don't want to see all the changes. Those are the ones that still bitch about the pitch clock and bitch about during the regular season them putting a guy on second during extra innings and all the changes that they made. Like people that I've talked to, family members that are older that like baseball, they hate all these changes. They just want baseball to be baseball.
No,
If the game takes 6 hours, then it takes 6 hours.
right. No, I get it, but I mean, I actually like them speeding up the game. It makes it more enjoyable to watch, and it goes faster. I would love to see, like, I love baseball, but I would love to see AI in there as far as calling balls and strikes because it would be consistent. That's what I just want.
At the end of the
Fair
day,
play.
like even with the pitch clock, it's about the dollars because they know if a game goes 6 hours on TV, not everybody's going to sit around and watch that. But if they can knock out a game in 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
just like football or basketball or any other sport, then they can start
Yeah.
driving back that people to come to games and then also people to watch them on TV because no one has 4 or 5 hours to sit and watch a baseball
I
game.
don't have 20 minutes to sit here and talk about baseball.
And especially when you're talking,
I get it, but like I said, D-backs my team. I love talking about,
No, agreed. D-backs.
But hey, before we let this topic go, the D-backs are a young team. Where do you, Mitch? I'll go to you first. Where do you see them next year? Do you see them making another deep run again? Do you see the management blowing us up?
I think if it's the same, it just seems like the D-backs ever since Colangelo wasn't there, they don't have that support in the not. I mean, they don't have the support financially that half these teams in the league do.
Right.
And then on top of that, I mean, we'll see how the fair weather fans come out. I know there's some diehard Diamondback fans, but there's I mean, shit, you should have seen how many Rangers fans were in attendance.
Yeah,
it was mind blowing. Right. But then on top of that, the dollar sense behind it. It's like I hope what's his name, Matasheba or whatever his name is, the dude that bought from United Warehouse, mortgage or whatever, United Wholesale Mortgage or whatever, the owner of the Suns and Mercury. I hope he makes a play for the D-backs.
Gotcha.
Because I think that you get that kind of ownership, that kind of backing, and that kind of ego, and then hey, all of a sudden you got a couple players in the mix that you can pick in. I mean. Shit, there was a rumor that Otani would be interested in coming here for a second.
Really?
Yeah, because yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be
But I mean,
huge.
he can't play. He can't. Was it pitch next?
I mean, he can't pitch that shit, but
Yeah.
I mean, having him at DH.
Could you imagine a player of his caliber?
Ooh, wait,
I
that would
think the
change.
bigger problem than the D-backs, blowing up the team right now is their stadium. And they've been trying to negotiate with the city and trying to get something done to refurbish the stadium they're in. It's over almost 30 years old now, 20 something years old.
Yeah, 25.
They need upgrades. They have the roof doesn't open right all the time. The AC doesn't work great. The lighting is all outdated. Like it needs a lot of work and a lot of upgrades. And
Well, they can always turn into a Halloween spirit store.
and they're trying to get the public to help fund that. And if it doesn't happen or they can't come to some type of agreement, that might be the bigger issue for the D-backs than them blowing up the team.
I got you. What I know about Arizona fans is, I mean, a lot of them are fair weather. I mean, and it's just because we're a transplant state. You know what I'm saying? So we get a lot of people in from Minnesota, Chicago, New York, stuff like that. So that's why I mean, but our hometown fans, when we're winning, we support. And so, going to the World Series, if they see them, winning again and doing what they're supposed to do, I think they'll get that support that they need to get over the hump and get some renovations going, stuff like that. So
Let's hope so.
yeah, definitely. But Mitch, you kind of touched on it a little bit, kind of the betting. We've talked about it on previous shows before, and the betting in all of sports right now. It's kind of crazy. I know, I think all of us, here, sports bet, quite a bit. And we were talking about it off the air. Shit, I've been getting last couple of weeks. I've been getting my head caved in, on sports betting. And I mean, I know you said, you had thrown some wagers down on.
Oh yeah, I've lost both my big wagers this weekend. With the D-back series, I just picked the wrong side of of the flow, and so yeah, I missed it. I was like, D-back should have taken game one. They didn't, so I lost that. And then I bet last night thinking that since I was there 1 and 2, I thought for sure it was going back to Texas, to be
Right.
honest.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Nick, Greedy always bet. You know what I'm saying? he always finds a win to try to win.
So I mean, I was on a cold streak like about 2 weeks ago, but last week and this week have actually been okay. Haven't won a lot, but I haven't lost a lot. So I'm up a few bucks over the last 2 weeks, which is nice because prior to that it wasn't going that way. But what I have noticed, and especially now that basketball started, you have like these superstars. It seems like they take a night off every so often. It's like Dame Lillard comes out, scores 43. The next game he scores 9.
Yeah.
And it's like, or, LeBron scores 14 and 18, then 35, then 15, then 22. And it's like, they're just not, and I don't know if it's just beginning of the season or it's like the teams almost give up on certain games. Like, we don't even care about this game. We're not even going to put our guys in for a long period of time. We're going to get, we're going to get blown out, and then we're going to bench our guys halfway through the game and let the backups play. I see that a lot too. If you see a game in like early third quarter, if they're down by like 20 or 25, they start pulling the starters and they let the scrubs play for the rest of the game. And it's like, it hurts because you bet money on a guy to score 20 points, and at halftime the game's out of hand. They just don't even play him in the second half.
So, Mitch, let me ask you, because you're the coincidence theorist on this panel.
Anti-coincidence, yep.
Yeah, anti-coincidence theory. Is this a coincidence, or is this the era of sports betting? So, this is how, this is how it's going to go. Where before you could
You had more
pretty much,
pattern.
you could pretty much, it was a pattern. Understanding. You know what I'm saying?
bet
You could bet within, 3 points either way. That this guy, he averages 20 points a night. He's going to get 20 points a
He's gonna
night.
bring it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to bring it. So, what I mean, is this what the future kind of holds? And
I think it's what the present holds right now, to be honest with you. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that definitely. I think definitely the most popular teams, the most popular players, they are. I mean, I think they have a 60% chance of not hitting their number because everybody's always a go person. They always want to bet that they're gonna do it, not against it. I mean, most people. When in reality, the Sharks bet against it. Half the time, but it's like. Again, everybody always wants to bet the number. Oh, like, wow, look at the game. Let me bet LeBron's, assists and points.
Right.
And it's like they're gonna. It's so funny because they're gonna hammer you on that. I mean, whether that was, again, it's just interesting that so the purist is gonna sit there and go, well, maybe they put the number too high. That's just what they did, and he didn't get it. And the person like me is gonna sit there and go, there's too much money at stake, and this is too popular of a bet to come in. You know what I mean?
And you've even mentioned it before, Mitch, about like, the favorites aren't going to win all the time anymore.
Yeah.
You're not going to have, even in football, like you look at the games like Denver beating KC, and Denver's the horrible team, one win. They beat KC, who's, one of the best teams. And, some of these other games that happened recently where, like 1 or 2 teams beat teams that have like 6 and 7 wins. And it's just like the favorite's never going to win. Even like you say, the favorite for the championship isn't going to win the championship.
Yep, exactly. You can bank that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, just kind of switching from sports betting. We, on the show, we kind of talked about who we thought the favorites were, in in the West, and who was in the East, and just the first couple of weeks that basketball has been here. It's been incredible because I mean, already, I mean, the East looks like a 2-man race. Don't you think? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd say so. Yeah.
I mean, you got the Celtics and you got
the Bucks.
And the Bucks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
And
coming
with the outside of the Heat, and let Nick tell it the Knicks or something.
right.
I mean, the Knicks haven't played bad, but
They haven't played good either.
They're fucking terrible, bro. For me, the West is loaded now. I mean, let's talk about this recent change. Trade. James Harden
The beard.
to the Clippers.
I'll tell you what.
You like that?
The Clippers are stacked. Yeah, I actually do because they don't have a point guard with that kind of distributing ability. That kind of can get into the lane and then distribute, kick out.
Right.
I mean, if you look at that roster now, I mean, you've got 4 technical MVP candidates at one point or another. I mean, maybe some not in their prime anymore, but you got obviously Kawhi Leonard, Claw. You got PG3, Paul George. You got Russell Westbrook, and you got James Harden.
Right. So what about all of what I mean? The problem with the Clippers every year is them staying healthy.
Of course.
So you at some point Kawhi is going to go down. That's just his MO. He comes back. He may or may not be available for the playoffs, stuff like that. Paul George, he might be available for the first round. Can Harden and Westbrook get it done? I mean, with the rest of the squad.
Westbrook's been playing better than.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean,
recently.
he's definitely been doing his thing. But down the stretch, can the Clippers get done with what injuries we know are coming down the pipe?
I'd say. I mean, I'll tell you what. It depends. If it's only one person, like for example, let's say it's Paul George hurt. I think Kawhi, Westbrook, and Harden with the other players on the Clippers squad, the other young players, and their 7-8 deep rotation. I think they're fine. They're fine. I think that's what this type of move is for.
Right.
I think it all ends up if Kawhi's healthy, it doesn't matter if one of the other pieces is out. But if Kawhi goes out, I think the other 3 would have a problem going all the way.
Right.
And the Suns going to be in trouble if the Clippers gel, because that's a bad matchup.
Well, I mean, granted, okay, I got to put an asterisk on this. All 3, Bill, Booker, and Durant haven't all played together, but right now they ain't looking too hot coming out the gates. The Suns, lost the other night to the Spurs. By 1 point when we came on the show, they were losing by 19. You know what I'm saying? So Suns got to figure it out. And here's the thing, and let me emphasize, it's way early in the season. We take it. Like I thought the Nuggets was the first night they come against the Lakers and they look like the real deal, but then they turn around and they get they brains blown out.
Imagine that in the days of sports betting.
And then you got Dallas with Luka and Kyrie undefeated right now.
Right, exactly. And Kyrie was hurt the other night, you know what I'm saying? And they're up there balling right now. So, like I said, the West is going to be I can't tell you who's coming out the West. I can definitely tell you who's coming out the East Conference Finals. You can book it, take a picture. I said it right now. It's Milwaukee and definitely the Celtics in the finals. That hands down, there's no other team right now that can beat them. So, I mean, do you agree?
I mean, we'll see. It's a long season, injuries and everything else. But again, Milwaukee and the Celtics are the class of the East.
I got you. All right. Well, it's that time we come to the end of the show. Gritty, I'm going to start out with you. What you got thought of the day, baby?
My thought of the day is make sure you're getting your sleep.
I know. I think I'm going to be honest. I think I was getting some of it in the show.
Yeah. This dude, I look over this dude, this motherfucker, he's rested his eyes. He wanted to see his eye,
We keep it all the way real on 2 on the 10.
Today's 2 on the 10 podcast is brought to you by sleep.
By insomnia. Learn about it.
If you're not getting some, you need some. So, just, sometimes you got to take a break and take some time and get some rest.
Or eat a Snickers.
Eat a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry, and you're not you when you haven't had enough sleep. So, get some rest. A lot of us, our lives, there's so much stuff going on. Feel like we're running 100 miles a minute at all times.
Agreed.
Sometimes you just got to take a step back and be like, you know what? Tonight, I'm just going to stay home. I'm going to get to bed by 8. I'm going to sleep a good 9 hours. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be refreshed and I can start running again. But yeah, get your sleep. Get your sleep.
What does all your eyelids look like?
I don't know. I know I look like Garfield right now, and I don't even care. It was a long week, bro. It was a long week. I'll just say that. And last night was a
Chris, tuck this motherfucker in at about 6:30 in the bed. He needs some milk. He needs some rest, bro. Get this man.
Boy's got a staycation this weekend. So.
Staycation. Maybe you should rest on a staycation.
Maybe Mitch should buy a hotel. He can be a hotel mogul.
But all right, Tatiana, what you got for me, man?
All right, so my thought of the day, and this kind of came. I don't even know how this came about originally. I think Chris tagged me in some post or something about there was a Facebook post a while back, and it was like, okay, would you marry a guy if he didn't spend a lot on a ring or something, whatever.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and this is early on in the relationship.
Yeah, because I got to think about this.
Okay. So
Okay, go ahead.
Let's just start of the day real quick.
Paul's answer is no.
We got about 6 minutes on this.
Okay.
And so she actually put in this post. She goes, you know what, babe? I don't care if it's a ring pop or if it's Tiffany's. I'd say yes or whatever. And again,
Right.
and this was early on.
Okay.
And so a couple of people seen a big Frank shit. And it was like, what? You guys already talking that? Whatever.
Right.
And it was so we joked about it and stuff. I go, okay, so I'll just say this. This weekend, like when we were at the office, I go in the bathroom and I see a ring on the I see a ring or one of her like what's it called, rings, and it's on the sink.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey, your ring's on the sink. I remember she lost the ring when we were at Hash Kitchen.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, you're talking about a ring. When we get to that point, I'm not going to get you one of these crazy ass rings. You're going to put it on the sink.
You know what's funny about that? I was just a girl that I work with just lost her wedding ring for the second time. She was freaking out today at the office because she couldn't find it.
Allegedly.
It's at the pawn shop.
Second time.
Or it's on somebody's nightstand.
So now
Exactly.
she was saying, my husband's not going to buy me one a third time. So this one's lost.
Allegedly.
Like I'm going to get a gold band. So
Like you lose my shit one time, we have issues.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe and don't get me wrong, the gesture of we had this joke about ring pops and whatever else. Okay, I'll get you a ring pop.
Right.
And so somebody else heard the story. A couple other people heard the story. So we were in the office the other day, and someone came back with Halloween candy. And my boy B-Rod walks by and throws the ring pop to Chris. So she throws it to me. So I brought it to the D-backs game, the ring pop. And we were just joking around about the shit. But I was like, okay, if I asked you with a ring pop, would
do they put you on the jumbotron? You got him on the air. Is there breaking news right now?
well, first of all, the D-backs lost, so no,
Couldn't do it.
the D-backs lost, but we joked around about that, and it was it's one of those things where it was like, if you would actually say yes to a ring pop, like that says the world, truthfully, and then on top of that also, I'd have to get 2 rings. I'd have to get one that looked really, really good that she could lose, and then the other one,
The Cuban and the real one in the safe.
Yeah.
I got you.
And
Only comes out with special events.
No, exactly.
I feel you on that.
Yeah,
Man.
exactly. So it was just interesting with this ring.
Man, you got a real good girl, so that's what I'm saying. She loves your dirty draws, so both of y'all do, man. And that's what I'm saying. I'm working on mine too.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I said. Anyway.
Shout out to that slice of cheese in Paul's life.
I love it.
Jeez.
Get
it now.
Yeah, I tried.
Speaking of Seinfeld.
Yeah. I caught him with it early. That's why I kind of breezed over that shit.
Oh,
You did what?
you breathe? Okay.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good, man. My thought of the day, man, is like I said. As you guys know, man, I'm
Not getting any younger.
Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and always put your faith in God. Like I said, people, outside, may see, think I'm doing well. So I'm like, I am, what I'm saying? I'm definitely a blessed man, but, I go through the trials and tribulations, and, I've been praying for some things in my life, and like I said, right now he's delivering, and I just got to say, keep your faith in God. For you guys and believe, keep your faith in whoever you believe, but make sure you keep your faith in God. He definitely will deliver for you. Sometimes not always on your time, but he's right on time.
Exactly. Always on time, right? Well, you know that.
Yeah, for sure. But that being said, we out 2 on the 10. Lay ya. Gone.